Good afternoon, and we just did this live program because just a short video, and the reason being is that there is an area which we are quite unable to control, so we had to let go of that area. But in 2000, let's talk about this because I come from a very narcissistic household, being a female parent who never liked, and if I use a lot of eye makeup and look, maybe it looks bad or maybe I look like back home and I don't care. But she would tell me, oh, you look so horrible. It's looking horrible. And, you know, once in a public place, she made me take off everything, and I did it. I took off all the makeup from my face. But I want to address an issue is that when the time came, because I knew I'm not liked in this family, so I used to work in Birla Sun Life Insurance. And previously, we used to live in St. Paul's Cathedral. So the point is that I want to make here is that I decided that let me go to a family where I would be loved and wanted. And am I so difficult to like? That's what I'm asking the question. Um, eh, so I found this house, which is next to the office on JK Jawaharlal Nehru Road, which is now Chowringhee, which was Chowringhee. And there was this house there and a guard who stood outside. So I asked him that, you know, kiska ghar hai? He actually, from before, I was curious about that house, right? And at a very young age, when we were hardly 1 or 2 years, I remember an English lady caught my hand and took us there. So the because I've seen the pictures of the house, they have this shrubs on the side and sort of a rough pathway, and it was a little slippery because they had moss on the ground. It was a monsoon time. That is when we went. She my hand it. I remember seeing an impressive building, and we were made to sit down, and I liked the place, right? So we weren't given, the rasgullas and drippy sweets and all. They gave us something which we could consume, and then we left. But I asked my father again whose house it is one day, and he said no, you know. So we had to, but that it stays in your mind. It stays in a child's mind for a very long time, and so I decided that I'm going to find out. And so I asked him, Kiska Gare? He said, Darwanga. I went home, I had a laptop. I opened the laptop, I checked them out. Seems like a decent royal family. So I wrote them a letter, please make me a member of your household. Not just one place. I wrote to many royal families. I don't know whether we got a reply. Now, what is the problem here? There's no point blaming people like Derek O'Brien or Dinder or whoever. The enemies that come is from your own household. If you have a snake in your home, then you are in trouble, right? God forbid. Because I was not aware uh, of how a person could be so unkind. you know. So the thing about this narcissistic person is a sibling, third sibling, who knows how to disguise a narcissism. Very, very clever. And and it kind of carved its way into a parent who already had low self-esteem, and it was hard work for me, like, to just make her feel good every time. And you can't do that with a narcissist person who has a personality disorder, low self-esteem. You just cannot. You have to think about yourself after some time, because up to a point, and especially if a person has a jealous behavior, you really need to run from that place. It's only at 50 years that I have found this out. fact. And the thing is that I don't hate anyone. I really like them. But today I had to put some big fat walls so that they don't come near me. And this ravine divide is become wider and wider, in which their access to me and my properties or who I am is completely cut off. Secondly, is that there are something called corporate wars, right? So there is a dominant family which is here in India called, who are known as first family. There are others who are their own best interests. I don't want to run them down, but they have their own battles to fight, and I don't want to be caught in this crossfire, right? So I actually bailed out, and we have our own place over here. Now, my home is actually the 40 Darbanga house, right? So it need not be the 42. I mean, I can choose any place to stay because His Highness Kameshwar Singh had a lot of land and a lot of houses. Anyway, it's not a question of fighting over anything, but we had to file in RTI, and I did it. So the base is actually, we have the palace which is there in Bihar. It's in a very bad condition. It's not livable at all, not at all. And the fort, and we need a money, to help us in the restoration of our properties. So I'm more interested in that. I am not interested in any social work, as you may understand, and I have made expressed this several times in my delivery, in my letters, in my communications to people. So we have here someone who doesn't want us to have anything. And when the things came, the papers or documents, they would snatch it and she'd give it to her golden child, right? The golden child wore all my jewelry, and she told a lie to her father that it was given by her mother-in-law. A letter, the way she writes her letters, it's a very guarded way of writing. Where you would not able to guess. Only a person like with perception would be able to read between the lines, and I've always caught her. The thing is, she has written a letter in which she has said to my son, if I would meet you if I had a chance. Now, in other ways, who's stopping you, right? And then the other way is, why do you want to meet my son? You don't care about him. Literally, you don't care about anyone. In fact, that she has become this monster in which she only cares about herself and her well-being and how she can amass and look good in front of this other American husband of hers. Whether she's married to another person, I don't know. But the lies that they have said, she has not written one line to any government official of her own. She can't, she's not capable. None of them are capable of. Ranjana may do a little better, but in all of them, both of them, they're not capable of doing anything. You have to see the movie Cinderella or Snow White, whichever production. It really highlights the fact of the Cinderella stepmother behavior and their daughters, right? Sorry to say this. I feel very sad to say that some people have golden parents. I don't, and I am very, very frank about it. But that doesn't mean I hate them. Okay, I'm not here to attack anybody or hurt. I've never done it. There's a story they cooked up that I want to tell. I was the one who was attacked, not the story comes with gundas and all in the house. So we had to flee for our lives all the way in Siddha town. When we stayed in Siddha, they went there and said they know the sister, they took everything, Ranjana included. The money, everything, they wouldn't give back. We asked so many times the papers, they won't give it. She has flying monkeys at her disposal. So I have to say this because it's becoming very hard for everyone, in that which I have made it very clear that you have to remove this woman from the workplace. There is no mother. Okay. Any mother story that sort of infiltrates, you need to strip that and throw them out. And also that the 42 which they broke and made, it was very painful story for me. But anyhow, uh, when they broke the 42, the building, there was a lot of furniture, there were Italian tiles. It was a huge house. It was a massive house, big bay window. It takes time to build a home, and they just smashed everything to the last brick. The outward brick work also, which is very expensive brick. People die to buy one brick of that kind, all smashed to pieces. People who are not educated, especially people in the construction business, they have zero brains. Okay, and the very few of them have any value for heritage at all. All they think is building ban jayega. All they want is a big fat whopping building. That's all they care about, and all the money that they will get from that. It doesn't help in the long run. It does not. It only causes more pain and hurt to people. And I never asked for a massive building. I told her fees just to fix my tower. That's all. That's all that email, the way they went for it. And it is not their fault. Let me tell you again, it is not even their fault. The fault lies only in one place, is that a person had to just give my parents, say, this is your house, get out of my house. Or even if they spat on me or kick me out, I would be grateful. But they didn't even do that. I was made to go around in circles. There is a lawyer who's involved in this, a nurse. They know what papers I have, and they were partly with this Sindhi family, little shop, their daughter married there. So we've had trouble from there. Their daughter is a lawyer. She called me one day, have biryani. They sat in my house, nothing she would give. Nothing, absolutely nothing. That girl is so horrible. Even her mother has said, friends have said, don't call her that name because she will be more like a monster. That is what it is. So I feel that this is where the nerve is. So we had to get another lawyer to lawyer, and he, you cannot sublet my properties to somebody else and then make the money. And we were literally starving. There was a Anglo-Indian guy who wanted to sell the house, and they are this TIL group. I don't know how they got into that property, and it was a lot of land. They sold it in bits. So actually, there's nothing left to sell around them. Then the Kanoria's staff, not Kanoria himself, not him, the staff, they have a director who's extremely wicked and was put in jail. uh, and I don't know why, how they managed to resell, because during that time, 2019, I fought for my house in the Anglo-American mines. I need my home back, my properties back. I'm the wife of His Highness Khalifa bin Zayed Al Nahyan. I do not want to sell any properties of my husband till I am home, and do not sell. I have said this in the video, right? So no properties of ours is to be sold, rented, or let it be. Let it be that way. I don't care. And I need where there's a company which was associated with my husband in Kensington Gardens. They have not mentioned the name of the company, but we have tried our best in every way, in a peaceable manner, to try to find a way out of our situation, where financially I need my 42 crores back. I need my money back. If people have sold the house and the paintings are very expensive, please give back all the paintings. Derek O'Brien has the paintings in his house, and all the root cause is this woman, nobody else. This lawyer woman and this lady parent together. Okay, and the family members, they are the root cause of this drama, and they contain their jealousy from time to time, and they thought it's helping me, and it's not helping. It's abusive. It's completely abusive, and I am not abused. It is just their way of looking at wealth or money or acquisition, and it is my home, my family. If it was Darbanga, and then I just looked away and I said, okay, let's look at the other things where we want the summer palace back. Please give it back. Please give it back. We will do justice to it. You find the mountaineering institute somewhere closer to a mountain, but give me back the palace, because they refuse to acknowledge that it was not even a plaque was put there to say this is given by His Highness Sir Kameshwar Singh, donated or whatever. It was donated without any papers. I don't know where it is. Then and they did it in a hurry, probably because otherwise, local government wanted to snatch everything. So probably that is the reason why. But today, the Mountaineering Institute, which is there, it's just, I don't know the condition. We have not been to Darjeeling. So we need that back. And also we would, partly, or if they use a small portion, that's okay. But the rest of it we need. Because my family asked me that, hello, we are going to Darjeeling, where will we stay? And we own this Mayfair Tea Estates. We need access to those things. I have complained. Don't worry. I have done my bit. But I need to say that the 42 is made of Diamond Group, Money Group, and Alcom Reality. And there's some shitty G or something. It sounds awful. But why are some scavenger type of people inside this the 42, and we need to get rid of them. And also I don't know the Shalpunja, what are the names, I have no idea. I refuse to acknowledge them. He comes from some fire engine government servant. I want him out. Okay, so this is how it is, and we need clarity on the subject, because I have, actually I inherited my father's NGO, and it was a settler trust. I let them have it. That does not give them leverage to use that to attack me. Sorry, I am not a mental patient ever. I never had any issues. Ranjana made up a story from using dogs and cats. It's just first we like the dog, and then the last part is we hate the dog. Both two stories don't, match. And all of them with a bitter chocolate and a yellow chocolate and a green chocolate stories. Please kindly drop it. It's my personal life. I will decide what I want to say, what I don't want to say. And I find it this very insufferable and suffocating when people try to control our lives. No, I need my money back. And also, the other half of the story is that we have exit laws started in 2014, where my ex mother in law suddenly heard that 5 crores we want to get. So, when we gave this address, if somebody came looking for us, downstairs they told a different story. Now, we have an enemy in the household, which is the biggest of all. One is a mother in law, and the other is this uh, Dilip Massey and Ruth Massey group, and they just want their restaurant with Meena, and their greed is something I can't, you know, get beyond. Is that we are with them, we are supporting them, they are with us, they don't give us two hoots about it. Even if I have a narcissistic parent, at least there was something she would think about, at least some money. They won't even think they wanted to give shelter. She's giving shelter. No, we don't need. They want to take my house, they want to stay in my properties, this kind of story. And we should be on the road. And actually, we got so many things like cars and money and jewelry, whatever. They have the extended member. They have a daughter, oldest daughter, very pretty looking daughter. So they feel they have this cosmetic view of life, and they feel a shorty like me, and to whatever I don't measure up to that level, or even if they don't like me at all. So they feel that I should not have anything, and especially her, she had a blue fit once. So we need to, you know, remove this type of toxic group from the story, and just send them all home, and please give me back. Do not give them my things. I've done this video particularly because we have started a new chapter, and I am in a stage of recovery of all my things. I am not ever had any kind of mental setback or anything. It is absolutely unkind, the things that happened to me, but I sustained it. And it is irrational, of course, that a person at every juncture, God forbid, and I'm talking about the past, that people, were so mean. And there was this group with her, Derek O'Brien helped her, or I don't know who the male person was and who the woman was, who gave this bright idea of using my story to protect my house. That means I slept on the road, I slept in different places. So they took that story, then they put it in Mrs. Pavni's story, and they made her sign as daughter. So she can't be daughter. She is 80 years old. And then there is no mother. How can she be daughter? Right? So we need to make that very clear. And so I've done this video. I've particularly started in my living room so people don't think I'm in a hospital. I'm not in a hospital. Part of my living room. There's a lot of things that need to be done. A is, we've just got this sofa. We need a little more chairs, and we need some to put an AC in this room. And Abhinav bought a very nice fan, which is a remote control fan. So, we're not beggars. We're not at all. We live a very mediocre life, but it is not beggar life. We, I don't go out. I have other interests, and I'm trying to finish my book. So, so we've done this video, and wish you all a very happy Eid. And since nobody bothers to reply, I also don't care. But we need to commit this on video somewhere, so that at least at some point people will at least have a look and get to know the truth. We don't want anybody coming here wishing happy birthday. I don't want anybody's happy birthday. Okay. I want only my things back, or if my Z family comes, different. But all I'm thinking is that what is very important to me is my self-worth, and also having something of my own. I need my money back. So we thought, okay, if people are not going to give anything, at least give my 42 back, my money back. They sold my house for 90 crores. So I didn't see any money over there. And without asking me also. So frustrating. It is not about selling somebody's house. It's about the lack of respect, and that if we are made in the image of God, if you ever believe in it, then why are you being so controversial in this statement that you just walk all over something? God forbid. You can't do that. You are not going to walk over me. You're not going to bully me, and I'm not a person to be bullied. Okay. So we put this here in a very simple way, and I need my money back. So thank you and goodbye.